皆さん、また来てくださってありがとうございます。こちらはマンハッタンニューヨーク日曜日の夜です。ということでね、今日の動画は2つあげますね。1つは、トランプさんが昨日資金調達のファウンドレイジングの、パーティーをされたんですね。で、先週の木曜日覚えてますか皆さん。ニューヨークにトランプさんとバイデンが来られたんですね。で、トランプさんはこの民主党政権のアホ検事、アホ長官のせいで前科21犯の男に殺された NYPD のジョナサン・ディラーさんの、お通夜みたいなのに来られたんですね。ジョー・バイデンの方はサンバカトリオ、オバカ大統領とクリントンとボケ老人、このサンバカトリオで資金調達パーティーをやりに来たんですよ。ラジオシティミュージックホールで。で、その翌日にもう26ミリオンも集まってなんとかかんとかみたいな感じで言ってたんですね。ウォールストリートのもうファンドレーザーを集めたんですね。で、それに対してトランプさんがやっぱりその資金調達のパーティーを土曜日に昨日するっていうことで、やっぱりみんな集まったんですね。トランプさんを応援したいっていう人が集まったんですよ。で、やっぱり集まってる人が全然なんか違うっていうか、品があって、そしてアメリカンドリームを実現させた人たちっていう感じがいかにも出てて、正義の味方っていう、片や愛国、片や主戦道っていう感じですごくわかる感じだったので、これを挙げてみたいと思います。で、もう一つは移民ですね。移民の問題で、今度はね、前回もWhy American People だったんですけど、今回の法律も自分の家、違法移民が他人の家に入り込んでそこに30日いたらその違法移民のものになっちゃうみたいなのがあるんですね。で、それについてやっぱりロン・デサントスさんが立ち上がって、こんなものは許せないっていう感じで、フロリダはですよ、フロリダはなんですけど、はっきり言ってニューヨークはやりたい放題ですね。民主党が知事であり、民主党が市長であるので、ぐさぐさです。ということで、日本の方も移民って増税メガネさんおっしゃってるんですけど、移民なんかたくさん入れちゃダメですよっていうことで、見てください。どうぞ。
Everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly.We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before it even starts, because people, they wanted to contribute to a cause of making America great again.
And they did contribute. Donald Trump raking in more than $50 million. That is a record haul in his first major fundraiser since clinching the GOP nomination. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum joins us now. Governor, thanks for being here. You were there. Take us inside the room. What was the atmosphere like?
It wasn't just energizing. It was actually inspirational. Being with all of these incredible job creators, people that have, many people that started with nothing. They've lived the American dream. They've given back to their communities. They've created countless jobs around our country. And they're concerned about the future under Joe Biden. They're concerned about their kids and their grandkids and the people that work for them. And that part was very inspirational to see that the depth of the caring that people have. And they know and understand that we're headed in the wrong direction under Joe Biden. And with President Trump, we're going to get this country going again. The world will be safer and more prosperous under President Trump. It's about as simple as that.
Governor, I got to believe a lot of the donors at the event were not originally Trump supporters. So what was the mix of people, and what does it say about the consolidation of support?
Well, certainly it was a night of unification, a night of support. In some ways, it's the official kickoff of this campaign. And among the donors, there was people there that have known President Trump for 30, 40, 50 years. There's people that have come into the fold more recently, but they're all united. And, of course, Laura Trump and the RNC, Michael Watney there last night, the coordination between the Trump campaign and the RNC, giving people confidence that when they're investing, that it's going to help drive towards victory in the fall. And it was, in that sense, it was also inspirational, because I think that there's a real unification of the party around what needs to happen in November.
If you were to give one recommendation, hey guys, let's focus on this to get the win, what would it be?
Well, I think there's two things that the RNC is focused on, and that's get out the vote, and then it's protect the vote. And getting out the vote, the depth of energy, the intensity, when I've had a chance to go around the country in recent weeks, in places like Clark County, Nevada, the voter intensity and support for President Trump is deep. And as you know, it cuts across, all demographics, because the citizen, the average person that's working, they know that under Joe Biden's inflation, if they've got savings, they've lost 30% of its value, and they know that it's costing more to put food on the table, gas in their car, pay for their electric bill. So they understand. They understand that they were better off under President Trump than they are right now under Joe Biden. And these voters, they trust President Trump on the border. They trust him on the economy. They trust that he's going to be tough on China. They trust that he's going to help make our cities safer. They trust him that he's going to be able to stop the wars. And so on all the things that matter to voters right now, President Trump is winning. So the voter intensity is there, but we've also got to make sure that we protect the vote and make sure that the voting that actually happens, the votes get counted correctly.
The White House is also playing down spiking crime on Biden's watch, with one illegal immigrant using the Chinese Communist Party's TikTok app to taunt illegals into overtaking Americans' homes. The so-called squatters increasingly apprehended across the country, sparking Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to take action. The governor outlawing squatters in Florida, protecting Americans' property rights. Joining me right now, the man himself fighting Biden's lawlessness, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Good morning. They also went after, I think, all states when Biden imposed the COVID vax mandates. So particularly for the healthcare workers, we had a lot of nurses that didn't want to take it. Their jobs hung in the balance. We basically told the federal government to fly a kite on that. We would not survey our hospitals. They ended up fining us a couple $1 million, but we saved the jobs of a lot of folks. And so they do that. We fight back, and I think we've had a lot of success in doing so.
Well, good for you. The other issue that we want to tackle is squatters. It's unbelievable to me how many people are getting apprehended right now for going in and just trying to take people's homes over. And then you see the person, the owner of the home, having to go through massive legal obstacles just to get their home back. Tell us what you've done in terms of protecting property rights in Florida.
Well, when we started seeing some of this in places like California and New York, where someone will just commandeer someone's home, then the homeowner goes to try to get their property back, and sometimes the homeowner is the one getting arrested, or they have to go through all this stuff. So we said that is not happening in the state of Florida. So if you try to squat in Florida, the homeowner will get rid of you immediately. Now, we have legal rights in place. You call up the sheriff, and the sheriff is mandated to evict the folks who are illegally commandeering the residents. And the state of Florida, we've got a lot of sheriffs who are very strong on law and order. But it's important for our state to lay down the law because we have a lot of seasonal residents, and it's not just wealthy people. We've got a lot of middle-income retirees. They spend most of the year in Florida, but maybe they'll go to Michigan or Wisconsin or New York or even Canada for the summer. How could it be possible or acceptable for them to come back from summer and find out that somebody's moved into their home and that there's very little they can do about it immediately, and they got to wait 7 or 8 months to go through a process? That's unacceptable. Property rights. If you don't have property rights that are enforceable, you will not have a free society. So I think it's the foundation of everything we're trying to do in Florida, and I'm glad we were able to take the lead on this issue.